Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Below Deck, Season 9, Episode 4, Pissed on Chickens Can't Compare. I hate that title, don't you? You guys, we're going to get into it all. I have some thoughts on this episode. There's some people that pissed me off, shocker. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about our thoughts on the episode. We're going to talk about the season overall. Before I dive in, pun intended, I'm going to just talk about some housekeeping stuff. First of all, hey, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the show, thank you for being here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I really appreciate it. And for you guys that stick with me all the time, hey, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys so much too. Okay, so just a couple of things. Next week is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you have the best week. I hope you have a wonderful, safe holiday. I'm going to be most likely taking it off. We're going to see how it goes. But if you don't see me for Below Deck next week, that's what happened. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I'll miss you, but we'll talk about whatever happens the following week. Also, just some shows coming up I'm planning to cover. We have Girls Trip starting up this Thursday. Supposedly there's 3 episodes dropping. I have no idea how that's going to go or how I'm going to cover it, but we'll figure it out, right? I might do 3 episodes at once. And then it's going to drop an episode at a time after that, so we'll see. After that is November 24th, Selling Sunset Season 4. I'm planning to talk about that. December, they have not said the official date of Real Housewives of Miami. You better believe I will be talking about that. December 3rd is Great British Bake Off Holiday Edition. I know, I'm obsessed with the UK. I plan to talk about that. Those are usually like 2 episodes, so we might just do like a little one-off on that, but we'll see. Sex and the City, the new series starts up December 9th. You better believe I'll be talking about that. And lastly, Emily in Paris is December 22nd. So basically, guys, that's a long-winded way of saying we got lots of stuff to talk about. So stick with me, check back lots, because I will be putting up new stuff as often as I possibly can. Let's get into this episode. So just a reminder, this is a to-be-continued episode from last week. It was the first night of charter. The main players here are Justin. He's the bourbon thermos guy, and Terry. She's the lady that's crying. And it's a group of them, right? And Justin's not even the primary, I don't think. I don't know. They look exactly alike. I confused their names last week. Who cares? They're a bunch of assholes. I don't know how else to say it. Ahoy, matey. You're assholes. Justin's messed up on bourbon. He's sitting on the back of the boat. Terry is walking up to him crying a lot. It's just a whole mess, right? Eddie's trying to get them to go to bed. Justin's becoming more and more aggressive. Terry's not helping. She's like, they're just picking each other, and it's a whole thing. Colin, one of the friends, is trying to help settle things. He ends up telling Justin, stop being stupid, self-centered piece of shit, go to bed. Nothing's working. Justin's flipping them all off. Now, Justin says something here, and it wasn't as clear to me, but of course later they break it down. He ends up telling Heather, go F yourself, throw yourself off a boat. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's not a great idea. Okay, so they all go down. It's 1:14 a.m. Next day, Heather tells Jessica to do so. Oh, yeah, they did this whole thing about making a big deal about telling Jessica, hey, you got to clean up Captain Lee's shirt. Let's get it to him by 6 p.m. But then nothing ever happens. I was waiting for a shirt gate or a shirt debacle. Nothing happens. P.S. You guys are amazing. I love you all. You're so good at recommending things. Several of you pointed out that Fraser was on Watch What Happens Live last week. I watched him, and guess what? I love him now. I really do. I have a whole new respect for him. First of all, hottie. So cute. Second of all, not that that matters. Well, it kind of matters. His personality was so good on the show. I was kind of shocked, you guys. It was him and it was Rayna, and I highly recommend you go back and watch it. They didn't spill anything, but they kind of said that Heather completely sucks. And while I've been on the fence about, does she suck or does Fraser suck? I think I'm now Team Fraser. I kind of loved him on the show, and Heather, I'm noticing more and more that Heather kind of sucks, huh? Focus, Jen, focus. Okay. Oh, P.S., speaking of suck, I know I'm jumping out of order, But you guys, I'm so bummed out because I was really liking Eddie this season, and Eddie really pissed me off this episode too. You know what? So did Captain Lee. There, I said it. I know I'm out of order. I don't care. I'm pissed, and piss supersedes order. Here we go. Eddie sucks, right? Okay, he doesn't suck. I actually really like him this season. But he sucks because I know he's drunk. I know. I can hear the comments. But seriously, later on he becomes an asshole, right? Like, I thought he was this great guy. He was on, was it Watch What Happens? I don't know. Podcast? Was it Kate Casey's podcast? That's what it was. He was on Kate Casey's podcast. And he was talking about this girlfriend and how much he loves her and everything's great and he's ready to settle down. I don't know what he was saying. I was cleaning my house. Anyway, acting like everything was great. And then we see him revert back to his assholishness ways, right? Because the moment he gets drunk, and that's his excuse, he's like, oh, I don't need you there. I can find somebody else to water my bushes. Yeah, that's a terrible Eddie impression. But you get what I'm saying. What a jerk. Seriously, she's back home taking care of your shit. And you're going to talk to her like that, really? I wish that girlfriend would have left right there. I don't know if they're still together. But in my head, she should have left right there and said, all right, peace out. Okay, you guys still with me? Cool. Let me tell you why Captain Lee sucks. And I know, you can't trust me. Last week I think I was saying I like him better. This week I'm saying he sucks. You know what hit me, you guys? First of all, again, I love you guys. I love commenting or chatting with you guys, whatever. You guys are amazing. You always help me see the error of my ways. A couple of you are like, hey, Jen, Captain Lee sucks. And I'm like, maybe he does suck. Here's the deal. Here's why Captain Lee sucks. Remember last week? Yeah, Terry was drunk. She kept talking about Michigan. It'd be boring. But if the guests want you to sit at dinner and they're cracking these stupid drunk jokes, don't you just laugh? Don't you just go along with it? Don't you just pretend like, oh, yes, great. I love doing this. Even if, you're dying to get away. It's not where you want to be. It's not what you want to do. It's not your crowd. Whatever. I get it. They made it seem like in the preview that these guests were maybe rude about his wife. No, that's not what happened. They were just asking questions and then making dumb jokes. Fine. I get it. But isn't he the one that always says, don't embarrass yourself, don't embarrass the GD boat? You know who you are. You told me to not stop doing my Captain Lee, so I'm not going to stop. I'm terrible at it. I love you too. But seriously, don't embarrass the GD boat. You know what, Captain? You embarrass the GD boat. All you have to do is pretend to be a human being just for a dinner, right? Just be a nice guy and keep that tip, okay? So that pissed me off last week. These sayings, they're a bit much. And by a bit, I mean they're over the top stupid, right? They don't even make sense anymore. Literally says, pissed on chickens can't compare. And then he loves to say GD. He talks about dragging his dick through a bush backwards or whatever the hell he says. I don't know. He just comes up with these things. Last week it was the long-tailed cat thing. I mean, my grandpa used to say that shit, right? I'm not even like age shaming him, whatever, cool. You don't want like a 20-year-old captain. I get it. But my God, man, just play along. Pretend to have a personality. Crotchety is not a personality. I know, I can hear myself. I sound mean, mad, angry. No, I'm not any of those things. I really am fine. I still love this show. I do. And you know what? I like Captain Lee better than Captain Sandy, but that's not saying much because I really don't like motivational speaker Sandy. But I dare you to watch Captain Lee in any of his scenes. What is he doing? I'll wait. Oh yeah? He's on his phone. He's like responding to cameos or whatever the hell he's doing. I don't know. Googling how to dock a boat. I don't know, but he's on his phone a lot and it's annoying. And I know that's silly, but it's like, what do we actually need him for? I don't believe he's docking this boat. I don't know, Captain Hottie that they hide below deck is docking the boat. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about? They usually have, not Eddie, ew, but they'll have like a hot first officer, again, not Eddie, that is actually running things. That's what I think's happening. I think Captain Lee is here. I think he had his time. He served his purpose. It's time to move on. I'm over Captain Lee. I'm over his expressions. I'm over him being shitty. Now that said, I am glad that he handed these awful guests their asses. They pretended to have respect for what he said. Cool. And he's pretending to look out for the employees. Cool. But he just won't play the game. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I said it before, I'll say it again. Transition lenses are stupid. If you have transition lenses, I can't even say that. Transition lenses, you're probably on a list somewhere. Just saying. But by the way, if any of you guys have transition lenses, I'm really sorry. They look great. Also, this is Future Jen coming in to leave this note because I totally forgot. This is where Lee says, it makes me so mad I want to take a shit on his mother's dinner plate. What? Okay, it actually did make me laugh, but what? What are we doing here? What is that? He wants to take a shit on his mother's dinner plate. That happened to be the exact time my husband was walking through the room. He cracked up. I was like, no, we don't like him right now. Okay, so Captain's livid, as he should be. This is where this stupid pissed on chickens thing comes out. He says he's going to have a come to Jesus meeting because, that's his favorite thing to do. But I am glad that he stood up for the crew. That's good. Meanwhile, we see the deckhands. There's already some tension there. We know that Rayna and Jake kind of have a history going on. P.S. I do like Wes. He moved up a little bit in my book. He wasn't down, but I liked him even more after this episode. I don't know. I think he's got a cute personality. Okay. So much going on. So, he's going to have a come to Jesus meeting, blah, blah, blah. Justin gets up. He's a dick. They're getting ready to let Jake take more of a lead role. We see Rayna not being happy about this because things like a switch to the schedule, just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I did get a little annoyed with Rayna. I know, I'm jumping around. We're not even on that part. I don't care. Okay, I got a little annoyed with Rayna in this episode. Did you guys? I want to like her. I do. And I'm going to chalk it up to an immaturity. But it sucked, right? I mean, okay, back up. Jake was being a dick. He really, maybe that's not the right word. Jake was being aggressive in the way he talked to her. I did not care for that. He probably shouldn't have, he just shouldn't have sworn at her. But there's probably better ways to communicate. I'll chalk that up to his age too. But she shuts down. I know that because I do that. But you can see it. He would try and talk to her. She didn't want to talk. She goes silent. We'll get into that because that happens a little later. So much stuff is going on here. They're doing this beach picnic, right? Rachel asked them to put the pig on the fire. The pig catches fire, which was hilarious. Dun, dun, dun. But guess what? It's not ruined. It's all good. They're able to salvage the pig. She says, just flip it over. They won't even notice. And guess what? Nobody noticed. So great beach picnic. The guests were way more chill. The talk helped. Just lots of stuff going on. They come back to the boat, all good. Nick and Rayna actually have a talk, which is good. She expresses her frustration. He says it's work, nothing to be frustrated about. Again, I kind of see both sides. She would be frustrated. She was trying to talk to him. He was kind of being aggressive. But then again, I'm like, just suck it up, do your job. You know what I mean? This happens every season. I want to move on. Jessica and Wes, who saw it coming, right? So her shift ended 2.5 hours before. And she was saying she was nauseous, so she wanted to get off her shift. And she ends up staying up talking to Wes. So I am seeing stuff in Jessica I don't like. You guys are seeing it too because the editors keep pointing it out. This part didn't bother me. It's kind of, I hate the words not fair, but it's kind of not fair. She works on the boat. They're going to see if she stays up late. Who cares? It's her house, basically, too. She can stay up talking late to this guy. It's cool. I get it. Maybe she doesn't feel nauseous when she's sitting there talking to him. That part didn't bother me. It more bothers me that she's complaining so much about being stuck in laundry when she said she likes laundry. That always happens, right? There's always that third stew that says they like laundry and then they hate laundry. Every season we have this. Okay, I'm skipping over some stuff because, that's how the show goes. It jumps all around. Okay, so Lee asks if they're ready on deck. They're not ready. Fenders are problems, lines are problems. Who knew these fenders had covers? I just thought they were black. I didn't really pay attention. We always see these huge black fenders every season. So what? I didn't know they could slip off. Why hadn't they slipped off before? Anyway, becomes a problem. They slip off. It's another excuse for Captain to yell GD. Okay, guests leave, blah, blah, blah. The guests suck. They have their tip meeting. It's all good. They end up leaving $19,800. It ends up $1,650 a piece, which is a pretty good tip. Jessica had a really funny line here where she says, you could tell Heather to go F herself anytime if it leads to a $20,000 tip. Eddie talks to the crew about his whole Rocky past, which I kind of loved that they got meta with that and talked about the Rocky stuff where he banged her in the laundry room. It was season 3. It's like the greatest season. And but he had a girlfriend back home. Dun, dun, dun. So he took 5 years off. So again, we think, oh, great, Eddie's grown up. Yeah, we see later he doesn't. Truth or dare at dinner, nothing too interesting. Flirting going on with Wes and Jess. They all go back to the boat. Oh, Jake has to give Eddie a lap dance. That was pretty funny. They go back to the boat. They get in the hot tub. Fraser and Jake are talking, and they ended up making out with Rayna. Okay, let's talk about this scene for a second. Okay, so it's Fraser, Jake, and Rayna, and they seem to be kind of flirting, having some hummus, hanging out, getting to know each other. And Fraser makes some joke about marrying Jake, right? And Jake says something about being engaged. Now, I didn't take that so literally. Did you guys? I thought he was, because Rayna, I may have screwed this up. I don't know. I might be drunk. Rayna said something about getting married too, and I took it as Jake saying, I'm already engaged, teasing like I'm engaged to Fraser. Okay, so, but then I started thinking, well, that's not what it is. I don't think he's teasing around because he follows her saying, you don't understand. Unless he means you don't understand, we were just kidding, I'm not engaged. I don't know. It felt a little dramatic. I don't know. If we're taking this at face value, okay, and Jake is actually engaged, then yeah, that's shitty. He's been kissing Rayna every day, and if he didn't tell her, then that's shitty. No, I don't think that they're like a couple or anything, him and Rayna, but she should probably know if the guy and I'm not blaming her, I'm saying he should probably let her know if he's kissing on her, hey, I'm engaged, this can't go anywhere. I have an understanding with my fiance, whatever it is, like he should probably let her know. But I don't know. I think this is just a communication error. I might be wrong. We'll see next week. Yeah, I don't know where this is going, but Rayna walks off pissed, and we'll see what happens next time. And that's it for the episode, you guys. Though Fraser ended by saying, this is why you don't do crew romances. And again, I say, I like Fraser much better this episode. I really did. I thought he was much more likable and much more personality. And again, it's because I watched the Watch What Happens Live because you guys recommended it. You guys are amazing. So that's it for the episode. Again, next week is Thanksgiving. I probably won't do a recap. We'll see if I have time. I might try to sneak one in. We'll just see how it goes. But if not, we'll talk about it the week after. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Lots of shows coming up. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out schedules. Even if I'm a little bit late, they'll come out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for spreading the word of my podcast / vlog or YouTube, whatever the heck I'm doing here. Thank you guys for helping me grow. Really appreciate that. And I've seen an influx of subscribers lately and views. And thank you guys for that. That's amazing. If you're into holiday stuff like me, be sure to check out my holiday episodes. I keep saying holiday, but I just did the movie The Holiday. If that's your jam, watch that. I'm super sappy like that. I love that kind of stuff. I also did Christmas Vacation. If you're into that kind of thing, watch that. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have more stuff coming out soon. And again, thank you guys for everything. Have a wonderful week. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully I'll be back later in the week with more, or with that, Ultimate Girls Trip? Again, they're dropping 3 episodes, so I don't know how it'll go. We'll figure it out as we go. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.